This is WFXL Television, serving Albany and Southwest Georgia. Now, Fox 31 Action News at 10.
Albany Dougherty County Schools got their report card today.
And it was pretty good. Hello, everyone. I'm John Williams.
And I'm Jessica Wagner. Thanks for choosing Fox 31 Action News this Wednesday night, February 26th. The Georgia Accreditation Commission has finished its tour of Dougherty County schools, and we have their findings. All the schools under review have been accredited. Great news for a system that has been under scrutiny for not meeting some requirements. Some schools in the county have been under that threat of being taken off the accreditation list. Today, Dougherty County School Board delivered the good news. It has a passing report card. Although the school passed the GAC review, they did not go without receiving some specific suggestions for improvements. Some of the suggestions made include ways to further decrease the student dropout rate and increase requirements for college prep classes. The numbers on the enrollment and graduations are good. John has those numbers.
All right, Jessica, and we do have a lot of figures. First, let's check the number of students in the Dougherty County system. Now, these numbers are for the 2001 and 2002 school year, not this year. From kindergarten to the 12th grade, there were 16,442 students enrolled. And here's the racial breakdown. 13,657 black students, 2,583 white, 78 Hispanic, 65 Asian, 23 American Indian, and 36 multiracial. The gender split is pretty even, 8,279 males to 8,145 females. In 2002, 744 students graduated from Dougherty County schools. Now, here's the way the diplomas break down. First, those with college prep and vocational diplomas. You see the total on your screen, 40. The largest group were those graduating with college prep endorsements, 351. The next largest group, those with vocational endorsements, 320. And the last group were those with special education diplomas. College SAT scores have not shown a lot of improvement. In the 97-98 school year, our schools averaged 916. In the 2001 and 2 school year, the students were down a little at 913. Overall, though, the report looks good. Kids are staying in school and getting their high school diplomas and more. Take a look at these figures. Here is the dropout rate in 1997 and 98. 12.3% of the students never made it to graduation that year. Well, last year, that number dropped to only 7.4% of those quitting school. And there's still a lot of room for improvement, and the governor hopes that he has the plan.
Governor Sonny Perdue has a plan to reform Georgia education, but it may cause the Dougherty County school system to lose some big bucks. Purdue's education reform concentrates on reorganization and flexibility of Georgia schools. The problem lies with the flexibility reform. Dougherty County BOE needs to renew teacher contracts, but since the House is in recess until April, the board doesn't know how much money it will be allocated to teacher contracts. So board members are forced to guess how much money will be allocated toward the contracts and hope their guess is right. Also, Purdue's reform may force Dougherty County schools to hire more teachers to match the student population in the classrooms. BOE financial advisor Robert Lloyd says this could cost more money than the board can afford.
What the maximum class sizes were originally in House Bill 1187, it would mean roughly we'd have to employ another 31 teachers, which would cost us in excess of $1 million.
During last month's board meeting, Lloyd reported the budget was in good shape. In spite of the state budget shortfall, Dougherty County schools had some money. But now the state has increased its cutbacks on state funds to area schools. It could mean some big cuts are coming. Schools all over the state are awaiting the state's final budget decision, which will come in June when the new budget goes into effect. This leaves the school board in limbo as to how much money they will have to spend during the next school year. Albany Dougherty County doesn't have a charter school. This is a special after-school program. Plans for the Albany State University and Dougherty County school system is to team up and develop a charter program. But not everybody is happy about who's in charge of getting this school up and running.
I felt that it was important to address the board because I think that if Dr. Holmes or Dr. Shields or the both of them are allowed any kind of active involvement in the administration of this, that it will end up being a totally mismanaged disaster, and that at some point it's going to rebound back on the community. These are public funds being spent, not private funds.
The school board announced this afternoon that application process to start up this charter school will be headed by former school superintendent Dr. John Callberth. Finkelstein says he's in favor of this, but he stresses his concerns about whether ASU is using Callberth, so there would be no question the application for the charter would be passed. Finkelstein claims the two women working with Callberth, Barbara Holmes and Dr. Portia Shields, have a history of bad management. Board members say they do plan to continue working with Callberth on the application process. The board also says they're not rushing into anything.